God bless you for watching this video. My name is Pastor Ekow Eshun, and this afternoon I am very glad that I am coming your way. Wherever you are that you are watching this video, God bless you for watching this video. I'm going to talk about something that is killing Africans. You see, in Africa, 95% of our churches are killing their members. When I say they are killing their members, they are not preaching the right gospel. They are preaching, or they've trained the members to be poor. And every day you go to the church and they talk about demons, they talk about satanic force, they talk about witches in the church. That the reason why so and so is not prospering, the reason why this person is not successful is as a result of a certain shrine in their family or in his family. But I just want to debunk that error. When we talk about poverty, poverty is an error in our thinking. Poverty is an error in your thinking. If you are watching this video and you are poor, you are not poor because there is a certain demon, there is a certain witch somewhere that is after your life. You are poor because you have certain error in your thinking. You are poor because your thought pattern is not right. You are poor because you are not thinking right. Getting rich or becoming successful in life or advancing in life is not a matter of certain location. Somebody will say, Pastor, the reason why I am poor is because I am in Africa. Somebody will say, Pastor, if I get to America today, if I can go to UK, if I can travel to Europe, I'll be very, very successful. It is not true. It's a lie. When you go to Europe, when you go to America, there are people in America that sleep out. They sleep outside. There are a lot of people in America that are homeless in America. People are struggling in America. I am not saying America is the richest country in the world in terms of everything, democracy, in terms of money, everything. But let me tell you something. There are also poor people in America. Listen to me. In Africa, the richest black person in the world is Aliko Dangote from Nigeria. He does not live in America. He lives in Nigeria, and he is very, very successful on this earth. We have successful men in Ghana. They are successful more than Ghanaians who have traveled 13 years, 14 years, 50 years in America. And we have businessmen. We have people also in America, Ghanaians in America, Ghanaians in Europe that are also very successful in people in Africa. What I want to say is that when we talk about success, when we talk about poverty, you are not poor because you live in Africa. You are poor because you are not thinking right. You are poor because there is an error in your thinking. Let me tell you something. Wealth and poverty have their origin. And their origin is in your mind. Wealth and poverty have their origin. And their origin is in your mind. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7. The Bible says that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You are a reflection of what goes on inside you. You are a reflection of what is in your mind. Your outside world is a reflection of what is inside you. You are sleeping in that uncompleted building. You are sleeping in that kiosk. You are sleeping in that single room. You are sleeping in that caretaker's house. Like somebody has given you this house for a long time and you are caretaker. 15 years you have been taking care of somebody's house. You are sleeping there because as a result of your mind, you think small. Listen to me. Pastors should stop telling their members that their members are poor because the devil or it's the devil that has kept them poor. It is not true. It is not true. It is not true. Poverty and wealth has its origin, and their origin is in your mind. What you have to understand is very simple. Look at our leaders. When you go to a country like Hong Kong or a country like Singapore, they don't have any natural resources. But when we talk about the most successful or some of the richest country in the world, Singapore is one of them. When you go to the Democratic Republic of Congo, they have natural resources. They are the richest country in the world in terms of what natural resources. But yet, look at Democratic Republic of Congo. Look at the condition of their living. Look at the way they live in Democratic Republic of Congo. They are poor because their leaders cannot think right. Africans, look at Kumasi and Accra, our roads. We cannot connect these two roads. We are poor Africans. Our leaders don't think right. And there is some kind of error in the minds of our leaders. That is why in Rawlings' time, we had power failure in Ghana. That we call doomsday in Ghana. During Kufuor time, we had the same thing. And I heard some pastors said that they will go to Akosomo and they will go and pray that it will rain for the Akosomo water to be full. We had that same challenge. At Tamils came, we had that same challenge. Power failure. We didn't have light for a long time. Mahama came for 3 years, doomsday in Ghana, blackout in Ghana for 3 years. And the Kufuor is in power. And at the end of the day, we are still having that doomsday. When you go to China, a country like China, with a population of about 1.5 billion, they don't have power failure. They don't have doomsday in their country. We are a population of 27 to 30 million, and we are still facing electricity problem. It means that our leaders, they are not thinking right. It means that there are error in their thinking. So let me tell you something. When we talk about rich, when we talk about to become successful, it's not of a certain country. You are not poor because you come from a certain family. You are not poor because you come from a certain town. You are poor because your thought pattern is not right. You are poor because the things that you have downloaded into your memory bank, it is not correct. What are some of the causes of poverty? Number one cause of poverty is ignorance. Ignorance. Many Christians are students in the school of ignorance. Students are students in the school of ignorance. I'm telling you, that is the reason behind their poverty. We go to church and they have kept you in the church. 21 days revival, 15 days prayer all night. So and so, from Monday to Friday, you have been going to church. And you go to church 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and you stay in the church and you come home 5 p.m. Are you crazy? You are not thinking right. We pray, yes, still things are not working. We go to church and we bind all the devil. We sing all the song, we dance, and we come home and we don't even have money to buy food for our children. What is this? When you go to China, the Chinese, they don't pray. There are a lot of atheists in the world. Bill Gates does not understand tongues. Bill Gates is not a Christian. Bill Gates does not even believe that God exists. But Bill Gates is the richest man, the second richest man in the world. Why is it so? Why is it that these people, they don't go to church? Why is it that they don't go to church and still things are working for them? Why do you go to church every day and things are not working for you? If you are going to be successful on this planet, then the church in Africa, we have to stop teaching our members to always bind demons. We have to educate our members. Let me tell you something. As you watch this video, you have the ability to fly an aeroplane. Every potential that you need to be successful, God has already given to you. You have the ability to become a billionaire. It is in you. But it is lying dormant. It is lying dormant. Everything that you need to be successful is already in you. When God created heavens and the earth, when God created human beings, He created all men equal. And He has blessed us. But for you to be successful, that one depends on you. You have to be able to initiate certain courses to see certain effect in your life. Now I said number one is ignorance. And number two, ignorance of who they are. Christians are ignorant of who they are. They don't know themselves. They don't know the kind of potential that they have. They don't know the kind of gift that God has given them. They don't know what God has blessed them with. That is why they believe that for them to be successful, they have to go to America before they will be successful. Who told you that? People pass through the Saharan desert. When you go to Niger, a pickup truck pass 30 people at the back. And that pickup from people from Ghana, Mali, Nigeria, Cameroon, they are going to Libya. And when they get to Libya, they will cross from Libya. They will take the boat from Libya to Spain. Let me tell you something. You are doing all these things because you don't know the kind of wealth that is in you. God has distributed talent equally, but you don't know the kind of talent that you have. That is why things are not working for you.